Good morning, or good, yeah. First of all, thank you very much for the organizer to give me the opportunity to speak to you here and introduce you to our system of door cores. As the guidelines say, we are talking about core material only. We are not talking about finished doors. Here now my speech is for the core material, the filler core, and only flush doors based on plywood or skins and a frame, internal frame style and rail. This is because today in Europe, all over Europe, more than 95% of all doors are flush doors. And for all these flush doors, the core material is of major importance. I want to speak about the development of the German door industry, looking for the last, let's say, 20 years. The main advantage of Sauerland door core and the German door today, and the options of cooperation between the German door industry and the Chinese door industry. The history of the development of the German door is closely related to the history and the development of our country, of our company Sauerland. How did the door look, let's say 1970? Similar to many countries over the world, the door was filled with solid timber. Solid timber in bits and pieces, in battens, was filling the door, and the plywood was covering the door. This made it quite expensive, quite telegraphing, and there were several problems. We solved these problems with the tube board. This tube board filler was developed or was brought into the market round about 1970. The advantages was the industrial production of doors. Industrial production of, let's say, economical rationalization, productivity, a better door by the impact resistance, and a better door by the surface quality. But from as important was the environmental aspect. The environmental aspect said, well, we are not using solid timber, we are using wooden residues from sawmills and other sources. So this gave a big impact to the economical and to the environmental aspect. Secondly, the development of the T-shaped door was of big influence for the door industry and making the door industry and move away from the joinery aspect. The T-shaped door has the main advantage is no gaps are visible. You have better acoustic because you hide all the gaps, and wind and dust and everything is covered. So you have a perfect door for a lifetime. Next step was a lighter door, and we cut the tube board into strips and made it possible to have an economical production even with this laid up of a door of many components. We developed, together with the machinery industry, we developed modern automatic machines to produce up to 5 doors per minute, high speed. And the environmental aspect, of course, was we reduced the wood consumption, the material consumption even further, and so we got the best effect environmentally speaking. The modern machine has to be in our factory to cut the board into small strips and to enable the door manufacturer to have this economically done in the door factory. In the 1980s, the technical door got more and more important, especially for the architects. They wanted acoustic doors. Acoustical doors are important for apartment entrance doors to keep the privacy in the house, in the apartment, as well as in the architectural business for concert halls, for hotels, for offices, to keep privacy. This had to be integrated into a normal door production. So the producer has to be able to make standard doors and technical doors in a direct flow of material. And this was very, very important, and there we are very strong. Environmentally, especially the acoustic door, is our material, the extruded board, is the lightest material you can have for high acoustic doors. So again, it's material saving and weight. The acoustic aspect is difficult to handle. It's not just relating to the door core. Of course, it has partners in his system, the seals, the frame seal, the bottom seal. A lot of parameters are there, and therefore it's highly technical. Exporting, the fire aspect for our company became more and more important. So we had to develop, and we did develop, 30-minute doors and 60-minute doors. Again, this door had to be produced in a total identical flow to the standard door. So in one company you could produce in a direct flow standard doors, acoustical doors and fire doors on the same principle of production. Environmentally, it's important that the tube board, reducing the diameter or adjusting the diameters to the requirement, can be used even for 30-minute doors. So we have a range of certificates. We have our own laboratory at home to test the doors, and this is used by customers. Customers send us doors for pre-testing. We are not an institute, we are just for development, but we do a lot of testing in favor of the customer and in favor of our own development to see, to make the best out of the good product, timber. Even the molded skin door, very popular in US, in England and in Arabia. We have standard doors, very strong, very rigid doors, and fire doors with a molded skin, again being produced in the same material flow, in the same production flow as any other door. So we have tested fire doors, and we can produce the profile matching all designs of molded skin doors. So in the period of 1970 to 1990, we developed a range of products: the tube board, the strip core, the acoustic door, the fire door, and then the molded skin door. So we can offer the full range of boards, of fillers, to fulfill almost all requirements from the architectural side and from the residential side. The main advantages of Sauerland board is the weight. We are not light, we are not heavy, we have the value feeling weight. The high impact resistance, the precision and thickness, the flexibility, which is very important for acoustic purposes, and the fire performance, the burning rate is low. So today we represent the strong and light material, a high-tech material. A symbol is the A380. A strong material, so from hard body, the ball hitting the door, or the bridge, yeah, it's a strong material, impact. It's very precise. We don't swell in thickness, we swell in another direction, of course, but this is fixed. We are very precise, so the door is perfectly flat with no telegraphing and thickness difference. Today in the German market, the hollow door, the paper-filled door or other is very low. Only less than 10%, 8% at the moment is honeycomb filled. All the others, from the strip core to the tube board solid, are extruded materials for the German market. The timber door, the solid timber door, of course, has its place as well, but again, this is round about 10% only. We are under the guidelines of FSC, PEFSC. By law, you are only allowed to produce E1 in Germany. Yeah? So we are environmentally, and from an environment point of view, a sustainability point of view, we have a green material you just mentioned before. And this has to be supplied into all other countries, and we are exporting at the moment, we are exporting last year 66 countries all over the world. For China, we are talking a lot about cooperation, and we would be very pleased to have this cooperation. Where are the fields of cooperation? Standardization. Standardization in size and other things is the basis of industrial development. Without standards, you don't have any chance to make a real industrial product. In construction, we are willing to cooperate with Chinese companies, the rebated door, the frame system, to match all the requirements of the market. In production, I think our company and Germany in total and Europe in total is very forward for productivity, organization of production and quality. And marketing. We like to support people, customers, using our core and using the system of extruded tubular board in sales and in sales promotion. So I thank you very, very much for your attention, and thank you very much.